Hi everybody, Amber here with Big Leap of Faith Dog Training, and the next exercise that we're going to work on is sit and down stay. This is different than a wait command. A wait command is when we call our dogs to us and we're asking them to move. A stay command means that they stay and they don't get up until we come back to them. So there is a difference. I like to use stay almost for anything that has to do with them not moving, okay? If I was going to be in my backyard and I wanted to tell my dog to wait and then call them to me, that would be a recall. So difference between stay, I always go back to my dog. And the way that we do this is that we make sure that the dog is in heel position when we first start. Now, if that's not working very well for you, that's okay. You can try having your dog in front of you. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her in heel position. And again, this is something that she hasn't worked on, so she's going to be very much like your puppies. I'm going to put her in heel position, and I'm going to use my hands as my guide. So my left hand is going to be my stay hand, and I'm going to tell her to stay. And I'm also going to support her with having my leash right up by her, in between her ears. This is going to support her. That way that if she gets up, I can easily correct and say, and reposition her and try again. So what we're going to do is we're going to have her get into heel position. Saya, heel. Sit. Good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to position my leash right over here, and I'm going to say, stay. Good, stay. Good. So I'm not going to move at all, I'm not going to move at all in the beginning. I want to make sure that in heel position for about 5 to 8 seconds, she can handle staying put, okay? If I take a step to the right and she would get up, that tells me that she doesn't understand what stay means. So in the very beginning, you might not be moving too much because we want to make sure that the dog understands what stay is instead of not. So we're going to try that again. And again, I'm just going to be in heel position, and I'm not going to move right away. Sit. Good. Good job. Stay. Good, stay. Good job. Okay, the next step is to take a step to the right and then go back to them. Now, what I don't want to do is get in the habit of taking a step to the right and then immediately coming back and treating her. I don't want her to think that just because I come back to her, she gets up, okay? So I want to make sure that stay means stay, and even if I come back to her, that doesn't mean she gets up. So we're going to try that again. So we're going to take a step to the right this time. Ready? Saya, heel. Sit. Good. Stay. So now we get to try again. Come, sit. Come. Yeah, good job. Sit. Good. Stay. Good. Stay. Good. And you want to make sure that you reward the cookie first and then release her. We don't want her to think that she gets released by getting up, okay? So the first step, as you can see, she made a mistake. I went back and I fixed it. And then she didn't quite get into heel position, but I'm okay with that because she's a puppy. So I told her to stay, and then I moved a step and I went back. The goal is eventually to be able to get out to the end of the leash and come back to her. Okay, so I don't want you guys to go too fast, too quickly. If you do go too fast, too quickly, they're not likely to be able to really understand what stay means and to be able to hold that stay, okay? So it's time over distance, isn't that right? Okay? So I want you to work little steps. The first week, my expectation would be able to get out into the front of the leash and then come back to heel position every time before you release her, okay? Eventually the goal is that you go all the way around your dog back to heel position, which we have to work on. All right, guys, good luck.